So why would someone want to live in Clovis, California?
Well, I can give you my opinion and my experience if you'd like to hear that.
That was why I asked the question.
Oh, okay. So 26 years ago, we came down for a football camp, and I had 5 kids, single mom, and I discovered that Clovis Unified had one of the best school districts in all of California.
Mm-hmm.
And being a poor mom with 5 kids, I thought, okay, I could do this. Like, the kids would have a good school, and on top of it, it was affordable to live here. So 27 years ago, houses were around $90,000.
So you just up and moved?
So I up and moved. I'm telling you right now. Grab those kids, put them in a U-Haul, the dog and the cat, and here we came. Wow. And it didn't disappoint me. The school district didn't disappoint me. Want to know a few stats on the school?
I do, because that seems to be the draw for families. Their school districts are known for excellence.
Yes.
So yeah, that seems to be one of the biggest draws for people with kids.
Yeah, and that's why too that our median home price in Clovis is higher than in Fresno.
Sure.
Because of that reason, because that's a huge draw for people. I mean, it's been a draw for what, 27 years, almost 27 years for me.
Yeah.
Although my kids are all grown, but it's a draw. So I'm going to give you a few stats. So Clovis Unified is ranked the #1 in Fresno County. Okay, we've got several school districts here. It is the #1.
Okay.
One couple of the other things that I found that I thought was kind of cool, really cool. We all know that we have a great athletic department in Clovis. Okay, we have some really good athletes that come out of this valley. So get a load of this, guys. Clovis Unified was ranked 2nd overall out of 414 school districts in California. That's #2.
Just ranked 2nd overall?
Overall for athletics.
Oh, interesting.
So, and we kind of know that because it's a big deal here for that. Yeah. It was ranked 56 out of 504 school districts in all of California. Still very good. And then I pulled up the average graduation rate because I had one kid I had to kick in her butt all the time to get her graduated, but
let me guess. I know which one that is.
Yeah, she wasn't going to be a stat. Okay, it wasn't going to happen. So, So I pulled U.S. What is the percentage of graduates overall in the U.S. and it was 87%. Okay, not bad.
No, higher than I would have thought.
Right. So we have some areas that we do have low areas.
Sure.
Right? But then I went to California. Now California, believe it or not, is less in the graduation rate than the overall United States.
Doesn't surprise me.
So California is only 84%. That's it.
Still higher than
Okay.
higher than I would have
So
guessed.
if you're living in California and education is important, your children are important, what is the high school graduation rate for Clovis Unified?
What did you say the California one was?
I
84?
gotta look at my notes. 84.
92?
Close. 95%, guys.
In Clovis.
In Clovis Unified.
Wow.
That's amazing. So that's a draw. So between the affordability of living here compared to San Diego, San Francisco, even Sacramento, and then having top school systems here with all the programs, there's music and there's obviously athletics, anything you want. Kids start playing sports at an early age here, comparatively speaking. So it's a huge draw. So that was a big deal for me.
So as you drive down Clovis Avenue, which if anybody lives around here, they know that's kind of the main drag going through Clovis. It's kind of one of the original streets, and there's a sign that says "Welcome to Clovis, the gateway to the Sierras." Yeah. So along with great schools, you have 3 national parks within an hour and a half. You have Yosemite, Kings, and Sequoia National Park.
Yeah.
Which is really nice. As we talked last week, the ocean's close, San Diego's close, LA's close, San Francisco's close. But the national parks are really close.
Yeah, which is really nice to have it within driving distance like that.
So what else is there to do in Clovis? What else would be a draw for a family to come here?
Oh my goodness. So one of the things, when my family comes to visit or anybody comes to visit, they don't realize that Clovis really is there sometimes because they go down 99, all they see is all the industrial, right? Well, you go into Clovis and we have a very charming downtown.
Yeah.
it has shops and restaurants, antiques, little coffee shops where you can sit outside.
It's almost like a Hallmark movie town.
Yes, yes.
That's the feel you get.
That's the absolute feel you get. You know, you walk the streets, and the buildings are a little bit older, so it's really kind of cool. But we have a lot of things down there that families can go to. If you just like, okay, what am I going to do tonight? Okay, we have farmers markets that start in spring and go through summer. I think they go through about the end of September, roughly.
Yes,
okay,
they do.
we have the Clovis Rodeo, which is always a big. And how old is that?
110th this year. Started in 1914. Professional rodeo.
What year was that?
1914.
What year were you born?
After that.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
Very funny.
Okay. So yeah, but the Clovis Rodeo is cool because then you have a big festival downtown on Pulaski, and then you have a big rodeo, and then there's people who we have country singers that come in. There's I mean, it's a big deal, guys, big deal. But we also have, for those of you that maybe aren't cowboys or don't like the rodeo, we have wine walks. We have a couple wine walks downtown a couple times a year.
Isn't there a couple of crawls of some kind too?
There's crawls too. So if you like your beer, you do the pub crawl, and I'm sure some of them people drinking too many crawling right along.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have Old Town flea markets twice a year. Those are really cool. We have various car shows.
Yep.
August we have a big one. My favorite is they call it Glorious Junk Days, and that's downtown Pulaski. The streets are all closed off. And it's got just old stuff, or just antiques, or refinished. I mean,
Or junk.
Junk. And but what is that saying?
One man's trash, another man's treasure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. So I just think that's really cool. Starts early in the morning, but they have those. We have Freedom Fest. So 4th of July, we have a big 4th of July thing. One of the big things is the Clovis Fest, which is what is Clovis Fest, John?
You tell me. This is your show.
It's not much. It's the Hot Air Balloon Festival, which is majorly cool. We have let's say November, right before the holidays. We have what we call an Enchanted Evening, and that is every the Thursday prior to Thanksgiving. And what they do is they open up downtown. It's closed off. It has carriage rides. It's already decorated. It's got Christmas music playing through, and it's to encourage people to buy locally. Okay,
Yeah.
and it's just the cutest thing. Like it's just I've gone for at least 5 years now. Okay, and then we have the kids' Christmas parade for Christmas right after that. So, and there's other things in between that. I didn't list all of them.
No.
But you guys can go to, and John's going to put it in the links below. You can go to visitclovis.com. That's visitclovis, CLOVIS.com /events, calendar, and you will be able to subscribe to get all the things that are going on in Clovis.
You know what else is really interesting? I think it started in Clovis, and then it's kind of spread out. The amount of walking trails, biking, running trails.
Yeah.
In the valley here, Fresno, Clovis, Madera, a little bit further south. There's 13 different trails for about 46 miles of trails. There's actually a trail that goes that connects Fresno and Clovis. It's the Clovis Old Town Trail, and then the Sugar Pine Trail, and you can actually walk between the two.
Yeah, and they just keep adding.
They do.
Every time you turn around, there's another walking trail somewhere or a bike trail.
As we grow out to the north and out to the southeast, that seems to be part of the infrastructure that is included in that.
Yeah, so even when you don't think you have something to do, there is literally always something going on. That you can do.
They have the theaters, they have go-kart races, they have Sierra Vista Mall, some real old 500 Club. Used to be a restaurant and card room.
You're going to be politically correct here.
They don't do cards there anymore. It wasn't very long ago. I had a client years and years ago who was a regular in there. He was a big gambler.
Yeah.
But they have a separate place now.
Yeah. But there's something. Well, we got casinos too close by. I mean, they're not here in Clovis, but we're talking about Clovis. But goodness, you've got. When we live here, we forget all that we have.
Yeah, there's 3 casinos within about 45 minutes.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? Oh yeah, and one of them they just completely redid, and Table Mountain's absolutely beautiful up there.
Yeah, that's probably 15 minutes from 20 minutes from downtown Clovis.
Yeah, even if you don't want to, like go gamble, you go sit in their nice restaurant. They've got all the big screens if you want to watch sports. I mean, that's the other thing we have. We have lots of beer, wine. I don't know what you want to call them. Happy hour places. Like there's just a million
There's
things.
just a lot to do.
Yeah, there really is. There really is. So, I don't know. I moved here. I always have to think about my youngest. How old he is? 26 years ago.
Wow.
And when I go and visit other places, I am absolutely 100% glad I was guided down here. It was kind of an accident because when I travel, I was back east. I was in the south last year. There's nothing that compares.
No, and Clovis has grown. Yeah. It's now a pretty big town, but it really has that small town feel, that community feel.
It does.
So it's pretty neat. I will put also in the link to all the walking trails.
Oh, good.
Which I pulled that up the other day, and I was like, oh, I didn't know about that one. Or so it's kind of an interesting link if that's your thing. I think they also have some of the stuff like up at Millerton where you can do hiking and some other thing like that.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Not that I'm sold. I'm a Clovis gal. My kids all went to Clovis schools. My grandchildren go to Clovis schools. I just think it's got a fantastic vibe. And I've lived all over California, Southern California for school, Northern California early on. And there's just not been a town that compares, to me personally, does not compare to Clovis. So.
Okay. Well, we'll put those links in the description down below. And as always, please like, share, and send this to someone you think might benefit it. And we'll talk to you next week.
All right. Thanks, guys.